Back to Uplate with Charlie Ranger. It's great to have your company, even though I can't see your faces. I know you're there, I know you're watching, and I know you're great. Now, our guest for this evening has just finished a show at Melbourne Fringe. Accomplished-ish. It's not the easiest name I've ever, had to say. She's a performer with the Improv Conspiracy. She even finds the time to teach a little bit of improv on the side. Could we please welcome Laura Buskes? Am I saying that right?
Kind of. You make it more formal than it really is, which is nice because I now feel like a really formal, important person.
Absolutely. You are. How would you say it informally?
Oh, just like Buskes. Just like with real Aussie twang.
Is that what you get because you're an Australian, that you just...
I get like Buskes, Buskes. I get all different things. But
does that mean you've had your whole life going, no,
yeah,
it's Buskes?
Yeah, like it's Buskes.
If I'm even saying it right there, I don't even know.
No, that's great. It's great. I like the variety.
We could talk about your name for the next 8 minutes. I mean, I've got plenty more I need to ask about it. But I want to just ask you, Laura, how did you find your way into performance, essentially?
I've been performing since I was pretty small. Still small. But age-wise, I pretty much got on stage when I was maybe like 5 or 6 and then just loved it. Huge attention seeker, as it were. And just sort of went through primary school, high school, doing a lot of drama classes, shows. And after high school, got into some acting, didn't really enjoy it, and then kind of stumbled across improv about almost 4 years ago now, and absolutely loved it. And that kind of just reignited me with trying to find that creative side again. So
what is it for you that's different about improv and acting that, made those two such different things for you?
I was actually having this discussion today, which is amazing.
It's just good research.
Yeah, well, it's great. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, nope, no, I wasn't.
That's scary. I'm going to bolt my doors.
It won't stop me. No, I can't say. This is live TV, and I'm being a creep.
Community television.
Yes. Do you remember the question?
Yes. So
good.
So the conversation I'm having today was about acting versus improv. And I still love acting, but for me, the difference is that I consider myself a bit of a creative and someone who likes to start things or create things from scratch. And I find with acting that it's often, you're given a lot of, context and surrounding circumstances that you have to fit within that box. And I really like having that ability to just start something new and create something afresh. The other great thing about improv is that if it sucks that night, you never have to do it again.
Yeah.
You never see it again. It's done. It's over. And you go, yep, cool, like put that in the memory bank to never do again.
Isn't that sometimes the best improv, though? Like the improv shows I've seen, sometimes when the performers are dying on stage, it's like the most fun for the performers and the audience, because it's like, oh, we're all in this together. And there's no escape.
Yeah, there's something that audiences like knowing that it is made up on the spot. And I think those moments of when you have those, bum scenes or things that didn't land, and the audience goes, oh yeah, like it is made up. So you have this really human moment between everyone of just like, oh, we're all just here together watching people just, chasing fun on stage.
Yeah. And I guess it's also that sort of divide of you guys are still trying to put on a show, like with characters and with story and stuff, but it's, like you're saying, it's not sort of confined in the same way standard acting might be.
Yeah, exactly. And you could essentially change it halfway through if you wanted to, depending on the format. So we do long form improv. The difference between that and I guess standard or the kind of improv that people think about is often people think about improv in terms of like theatre sports and whose line is it anyway. The stuff that we do is more along the lines of we're going to create a 30 to 50 minute play in front of your very eyes. So we create that world, and we can go anywhere from doing 2 people on stage for 30 minutes just in that moment, or we could do something that's like those 2 people plus, then they become 2 more people, and they change throughout the show, which is, super fun.
Now, I'm going to come back to improv, but I want to talk about Accomplished-ish.
Yes.
Which is an amazing name for a show. So you just finished this show on Friday, you said,
Friday.
at the Melbourne Fringe Festival.
Yes.
How did that go? Because that's totally different again. It's a solo show. You're obviously working with a script.
Yeah.
Very different to improv. Like, was it what you expected, or?
It was a lot better than I expected, to be honest. Just because I'm the kind of person who beats myself up a lot about my own creations, my own art. So last year was the first time that I'd ever written anything and put on a production, and I put that on with a friend of mine, and we did like a narrative sketch. And I was really hard on myself. And this year I kind of prepared myself, and I was like, Laura, you know, you're going to go through a roller coaster. You're going to hate it. You're going to want to throw it all out. You're going to want to start again. You're going to want to like leave the country and never come back. And I think because I was prepared for that, I felt so much better throughout the whole thing. Anytime I felt those moments of, you know, I don't like this, I want to start again, I was like, no, that's okay. I can adjust it. This is just the draft. So yeah, I think that having that preparation mentally made me have more fun.
So did you use a lot of your improv skills at the same time in the show? Because this was just to clarify for the audience, this was your first solo show, wasn't it?
First solo, yes.
So were you finding that you were drawing on all those skills you'd learnt doing improv, but using them in a different way?
Yeah, in a way. I mean, it was all scripted, and you know, the songs were like original songs as well. But there was definitely a little bit of like audience interaction, and if things didn't go the way that, like if I forgot a line, I didn't freak out as much as what I may have if I hadn't have had that improv experience. And a little bit with the rehearsal stage as well was, you know, bringing it to life, taking it from off the page. I was very unsure of how I wanted to do things. The great thing about improv is that we teach this thing of yes and, which is not every idea is perfect initially, but we want to take that idea and build on it. So we say yes to the idea. We say yes, that exists, that's a reality, and here is my addition to it. So during the rehearsal phase, I often had things of going, yes, this is the script, this is the dialogue, this is what I've started to create, and maybe I don't like this so much and I'll maybe change it, but at least like giving it a go of actually just trying different ways. Just you mentioned just in, like I could see, because you teach a bit of improv. I do,
for adults, and it was sort of coming out there. Like, what sort of people are you teaching improv to? Who wants to sort of take up improv as an adult? Is it older people, younger people?
Crazy people.
Yeah,
crazy.
Good.
We're crazy.
Good.
We're insane. No, great. Like all walks of life.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's amazing because you get the actors that come in who want to brush up on their improv. You get people who've been working in IT their whole lives. You get people who need to do some public speaking in their work and they feel really nervous about it. And they do the workshops. You know, you get all different kinds of people. And we've created this incredible community from it as well. You know, 3.5 years ago, it was, I think, maybe like 50 people, and now we're sort of pushing almost like 300 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That are taking the classes?
Well, within the community. So we have people who
sure.
who have taken it and just still come and see the shows. We have people who are in the ensemble, part of the company, and then you have people who are doing the classes as well.
Now, it would be wrong to not give a little bit of a plug right now. How do people find your teaching of?
So improvconspiracy.com is the website, and we have shows Thursday to Sunday. And there's lots of different types of shows. There's pretty much all improv, but we have stand-up improv, we do musical improv, we do the movie format, we do storytelling with improv scenes based off of that storytelling, usually by like a comedian or someone well known as well. So like we had Joe Stanley on there once doing, so and Virginia Gay as well. So yeah, it's an absolutely amazing thing to come watch.
Yeah, fantastic. I've probably jumped the gun. I should have saved that plug to the very end, like a really proper
reiterate.
host would have done. Yeah, we'll just do it all again. I want to ask, you were on Misguided, which is the show that comes on after our show.
Yes.
Should they feel threatened now that you've done both shows?
threatened.
Probably the wrong word to use, but it's what I've gone with.
Well, maybe I could say, well, like I was on Misguided, and now I've written my own show, and maybe it's like a stepping stone.
The ladder steps up.
Yeah.
I want to ask, now that you have written your own show, but
Yeah.
you still do all your impro,
Yeah.
you've dipped your toe into both worlds.
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred, or is it kind of like both are too different?
I feel like I'm talking about my children now. Like, I don't know, like, how do I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah.
I have to say, during my run through Fringe, I had this moment where I was like, oh God, I miss improv. I miss doing something different every night, and, I knew there was a song in my show that I hated doing because the first few nights it didn't land. It wasn't very funny. And I hated it, and I just anticipated it coming. And it was just this sense of dread every time. And I missed being like, thinking about improv and going, well, don't do that again. You did that thing and it didn't work. Don't do that again.
You can go back the next night and just change it all up.
Yeah, but I couldn't. I can. I want to bring Accomplished Ish back for Melbourne Comedy Festival.
You say that so casually.
Yeah, I've said it so many times. Accomplished Ish.
Accomplished Ish. I want to just say this, Laura. You have an upcoming show with the Improv Conspiracy.
Yes.
I think it's this Thursday, September the 29th.
Yeah, so we do them every Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. It's 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $5.
Yeah.
Cheap as chippies.
Cheap.
And it's at the Improv Conspiracy. You can get tickets at improvconspiracy.com.
Yes.
Laura, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Charlie.
When we come back, just totally stopped there, didn't I? When we come back, we've got band Creek playing for us live.